Everything is on the line. There's no more chances to be taken. Even when you're down, you have to get back into the game. There's no more Game 8. This is it. This is Game 7 of the World Series, and it begins right now. Game 7 of the World Series. As our coverage right here on Astros is brought to you by Wallyway and by Corridor Technology Solutions. As we are here on this Wednesday night, and JW absent. JW absent. That's all you have to say about him. Good for him to be absent. So our postseason coverage here on SN now until November 1st, which is today. So today is the last day of our postseason coverage. If you want to see more sports coverage here on SN College Football today, Saturdays on SN right here, which we'll talk about SN College Football all the way until their national championship. And we'll be back next year for the World Series and Major League Baseball playoffs. This is Game 7. We have this series has been chaotic. Game 1, Dodgers win it. A very hot and fast game. Game 2, we needed extra innings. Game 3, we saw. What did we see in Game 3? We saw the Astros be Houston strong. Game 4 was more of the Dodgers' way of doing things. They got it done in Game 4. Game 5 was more extra innings in Game 6. The Dodgers pitching was very relevant. And now here in Game 7, there's so much on the line tonight. The World Series, it's your franchise on the line here in a Game 7. There's no more to take. You take every risk tonight. You don't prepare for another outing. You put everything on the line. We'll probably see Clayton Kershaw at some point tonight, which he started Game 5 in a loss. That they had the lead multiple times in that game. A lot of tying runs in that game. Now the Dodgers, they're trying to get into the World Series, or they are trying to get that World Series back in Los Angeles. The Astros, though, they're hit by Hurricane Harvey. You just have to feel bad for the Astros. And that they've made it this far, that they're not going to get let up tonight. Their foot is going to be on the gas pedal all night long until somebody has to win this game. Last year in Game 7, the Cubs, they hadn't won it in 108 years, or like 100-some years or something. Crazy. It used to be the longest in a Major League Baseball, but now the longest, I believe, is the Indians. So last year's World Series needed 10 innings, extras. The Cubs would win the last 3 games of that series. Chapman would take the win in that Game 7. Let's see. When was the last time a home team won at Game 7 of the World Series? So, visitors clinched 2014, 2015. I'm at 2016, 2015. Who won 2014? That would have been the Giants. So they won it on the road. 2013 was an instant classic. So the last team to win the World Series at home, Boston Red Sox, back in 2013. Last team to win the World Series at home. Something the Dodgers want to do tonight. When was the last time a team won at home in Game 7? That's what I don't know. Cardinals were the last team to win it at home in Game 7. 2011. In a series that Game 6 had to be postponed. They would come back from a 3-2 deficit. In a series where runs were just scored. Okay, that's all I can say is runs were scored in that series. Now, Cardinals, the last team in 2011, were the last team to win the World Series at home in Game 7. Win a Game 7 at home, the World Series. Now, Dodgers are trying to do that tonight. But are we going to see Game 1 Clayton Kershaw or Game 5 Clayton Kershaw if he comes in tonight, which he said he wanted to start yesterday. He wanted to start yesterday. We didn't see him yesterday, which nobody thought we would. But now he's had 2 days to rest. He didn't go that far in Game 5. Kershaw can probably go at least 2 innings tonight if they need him. You know, the Dodgers, let's see. Their starting pitcher tonight is Darvish. McCullers is the starting pitcher for Houston. So I'm going to go with the Astros to win the series here in Game 7. Now, there's a tiebreaker because the score is now tied in the picks. Because this is triple points picks. Games 1 through 3 were double points picks. The total runs scored, I believe, will be 8. 8 runs scored total tonight. We only saw 4 runs scored in the last one. 2 of those were on solos. The other 2 were in an inning where what's that man's name? Was hit by a pitch. Chase Utley was hit by a pitch. So Astros Dodgers tonight, 7 o'clock. JW Abs. See if we're again. We'll see you at SM School tomorrow morning at 6:35 a.m. We'll wrap up the World Series tomorrow. Until then, J-Rod saying good night. Peace out.